Welcome to Autodesk Maya. In this tutorial we're going to explore how to do a round table animation like this. So I have separate tutorials on how to render this actual animation out and compile it in After Effects. Those are two separate, one for render settings, the other one for compiling. But here is the actual QuickTime. I'll go ahead and minimize. Here's the actual model in the 3D scene. So the main thing you want to do is first set up your camera, and I will have a separate tutorial on that. But essentially, you want to render from whatever camera you're using. So if you're using the perspective camera, just be aware not to move it or shift it around or anything, because you could potentially animate that. So basically, what I animate here, if I click on the base here and then hit the up arrow and keep going until I get the car, I basically animated the total scene here, and it's this rotate Y value. So in the timeline here, you can click on these little divisions here to snap to the next keyframe, and you can see here that it's 180 degrees. It's moved, and then I click on the last one. It's moved to 360. And so Maya is very smart and interprets all the in-between frames. And traditional animation used to be that we had, for 2D animation, in-betweeners that would do all the in-between frames, and then the superior master artist animator would do the keyframes wherever they're at. So anyways, a little background history there. So first up, you want to set up your timeline. So I've double clicked on here to I can add whatever kind of keyframes I want. If I want 600, I could type in 600 here. I could type in 100 and hit return, and I typed in 200 here. So the first value here shows you 200 frames, and then just make sure 1 and 1 are over here on the left. And the next thing I do is actually select something to animate as you go through here. So I have this cube in the scene here. I'm going to scale it up a little bit and bring it up just a little bit in the scene here. So currently it has no animation, you can tell, because there's no red lines in here. So on the first frame, I'm going to hit the S key. S key is the hotkey to key all your frames here. And I'm going to turn on the auto key feature here, which is always fun, just a little guy here. And then I'm going to scroll forward to key 100. And in here under rotate Y, I'm going to type in 180. And you'll see a keyframe up here. So once I scrub backwards, you can now see the cube is rotating also. Now I can then go to 200 and then type in 360. So I'll type in 360, hit enter, and now the whole thing will be rotating the whole time. The cube will be rotating, rotating, rotating. So pretty interesting to see it go through the car there, but you get the idea. I mean, that's essentially how you do round table animation. You can then hit play and kind of see it in real time. Depending on your render settings, I should mention that the little key guy here, I have my time slider here set to real time. This could be set to play every frame, and it's going to look a little weird if it is set up that way. So just make sure you set this to real time 24. And then in our animation settings, determine what your settings are at. For me, it's 24 frames per second there. So yeah, you can basically see through here and then close that out and then try it out. So that's basic overview of how to create a round table animation. At that point, you can play it, rewind it, fast forward, all these little guys here, just play along here. To actually render it out, I have another tutorial online you can check out for the render settings, and then another tutorial on how to compile the animation in After Effects. So until next time, see you soon in Autodesk Maya. Cheers!